Leon mentioned a moment ago how good a listener Kevin is. And I have to say that because he spent a lot of years listening to me. So I appreciate that, Kevin. Sometimes the department head meeting, Kevin would say a single word as we were walking out, he's like, you were so right about that. So I know I speak on behalf of myself and everybody on the department head team who's been able to work with you over these past few years that you were a true asset to that group, and your insight into a lot of different areas is very, very valuable. And you had that personality that needed to be in that room because you can't have a room full of me in there. Just be horrible people. And Kevin brings that kind of balance and perspective wherever he goes. And I appreciate all of your friendship and support over the years on a personal level very much. And I'm very, very thankful for that. And I also have Kevin to thank for knowing how many days I have left till retirement, because we have the exact retirement date. So last couple of weeks, Kevin will be going, you know how many days? I'm like, no, how many? So anyway, thank you so much, Kevin. And thank you for your friendship as well.
I know Karen and Jennifer are putting their speeches together.
Good afternoon, Karen. Congratulations, first congratulations on your retirement on behalf of the city engineering department, especially the design. And again, congratulations for retirement. Kevin, honest with you, which I have personally learned a lot of things from you. Your sense of humor, your cooperation. Your listening, all of you give absolutely transparently. When I see your design something and you're feeling around a different department that you do and waiting. Kevin suddenly was on the third day was something is under his shoulders coming by the contractors. And Kevin is coming. Kevin, they have some comments? Oh no, there is a small comment. Don't worry about it. You're opening the power of comments. Right now, there is no chance for you and for us to give you a drum. So we go free from that. Many congratulations and thanks for everything you have.
Oh, okay. Brace yourself.
Hello, Karen. I want to know what all you people are saying about him. Do you really believe it? Hey, he's retired. You don't have to suck up anymore. I had a long speech, Kevin, and it was on the road topic, and I had to give you a Kevin, I think, like you guys say, Kevin was the best. I had worries about him when he started, but he is a nice guy. Why, I don't know, but he is a nice guy. And I invited him to our 50th wedding anniversary, and him and his lovely wife showed up. It was great. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Kevin. 11 years ago, I retired, and got the job. And they say you're doing a great job, and I believe it. Thank you.
Somebody over here, Wayne. Oh, another recent retiree.
Well, I had no intention of standing up here, but I do want to share two things that I'll always remember about Kevin. The first one would be, always puts a smile on my face. The awards luncheon, if you were there, hedge trimmers, that's all I have to say. And the second one is, a lot of people walk by you every day and say, hi, how you doing? And I'll always remember one day Kevin walking by, and I was having a bad day, and he said, hi Linda, how you doing? And I stopped and I said, do you really want to know? He stopped and said, yeah. And we talked about the things we're doing, and most people don't take the time to do that. So that's always been a special remembrance of mine. Oh, yeah. You think I'd like me to share about the time that women do know how to get their way with Kevin? So they were Elaine and I worked talked to Kevin, and I cried, and then he like yelled, stay together.
Louise, did you know that?
Hey, Kevin. I would just like to thank you very much for hiring me as a supervisor. I know you took a chance, and I would also like to thank you for texting me every time we had meetings to remind me that we had meetings. I appreciate that. Everybody knows me very well. I'm not a meeting person, and we would always make sure I would get there. So I wish you a lot of luck in the retirement, and someday we'll go fishing. Thanks.
Well, I first met Kevin at the Parks and Community Services Commission, and I was so impressed. He was so easygoing, so laid back, had so much information, and Don did as well. Don does an excellent job as well. Look, I recall one time when I made a comment and I said, Kevin, I'm driving down the street, there's a Victorian house, it's near McDonald Park, I don't know the name of the street, but I almost went to a stop sign because the branch was covering it. And could you have somebody in public service take care of that? Public Works. So that was that night. I drove by the afternoon the next day. It was cut. And I was so impressed that the night before I said something, and all of a sudden it's taken care of. So my hat's off to Public Works because you do an awesome job not only taking care of our parks, which I see you work so hard, and I sincerely, as far as Jean was on the commission with me, and the commissioners on behalf of them, we really thank you for all you do, not only in the parks, but throughout the city. But Kevin, I'm really going to miss you. You've done an outstanding job. We see him as a great leader because how many times have we seen at City Council where a member of Public Works is being honored? And that's the sign of a great leader. So thank you so much. I hope you'll still come to Parks and Community Service Commission from time to time. And one last thing. I've been to numerous retirements, whereas people go out the door. Thank goodness he's gone. We couldn't wait for this retirement. Well, that's definitely not here. You definitely see people that love you, that are going to miss you, and I know you'll keep in touch with her. Thanks.
I just want to say thank you to Kevin. Anybody that's worked for him knows how great he is as a boss. But I don't think people realize exactly how much he does. Most of Public Works goes home at 3, 4 o'clock, and it's not unusual at all to see Kevin go out and rake the leaves in front of the yard, pick up the garbage in front of the yard, picking up the cones, and just, he does absolutely anything. He sets up the Christmas trees, he tears down the Christmas trees, he always has to put the star on the top. Or anything, and like Ann said, have a whole list of things that will be remembered. The whistling, the songs, trying to guess the tunes, and the silly grins all the time. He always leaves up to something because he always has a silly grin, and you definitely have to come back and always fix the golf ball. Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Kevin? I miss just the honesty of you. Every time I saw you, you'd always ask about my son. Every single time when I saw you. And I'd always tell my wife, yeah, Kevin asked about my son. Finally dawned on her, she said, you come home every day and you see Kevin ask about your son. You ever ask about his? I'm like, oh man, what a golden day. So the next time I came in, that's the reason I came in your office and poked my head and said, hey, how's your son doing? And I want to share one more thing. I've never seen you quite look the way you did whenever I walked up to you and the baseball game was going on with your son and my son playing together. And it was very cold and I was freezing. And I said, hey Kevin, would you think I was weird if I asked you if you'd share that blanket with me? And he looked at me, that dry look, and he said, yes. I want to tell you thanks a lot for everything. You have a great family, I know you're going to have a great life. Take care and thank you.
I guess the guys know how to get their way with Kevin too. Anybody else? Okay. Oh, there you go, one of his brothers.
Yeah, I'm Kevin's older brother, Brad, not the oldest.